What up, though? What up, though? Ledge here to give you my recap on Massacre 5 that went down over the weekend. Really solid event, actually more than solid. Low key, King of the Dot's been putting together really good cards this year if you include Town Business. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Didn't get a chance to get any updates on the GZ battles that happened that Sunday. So we just gonna get right into this recap. Starting off with XL versus Quest McCody. Okay battle, not bad to open it off, to open the battles, the event with. So, it goes as following. XL, well, excuse me, Quest goes first, brings up domestic violence, and he plays off of that angle a little bit, mixes in with some jokes, and talks about, the summer impact mishap and things like that. And it was a pretty okay round. XL comes there when he's bars and he's punching. You can tell he wrote kind of recently. Well, maybe just for the first round a bit because he references Summer Impact and he's like tying it in with these dope punches that really hit, really, really hit. Felt like he easily won the first round. Second round was more of a toss up because Quest picks up the pace, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more serious. And XL kind of tailed off a little bit in this round. Then you move on to the third, where really it's a preference round because Quest, for the most part, was freestyling, I would assume, because I know when he's really writing and rapping, he's not really that spacious as far as his transitions and stoppages, because there was a lot of stoppages and like awkward silences before he got back into his round. So you can kind of tell it was just a little bit off the top. While some people find it impressive, and I do too, I still got to deduct points for you not having a third. So it's kind of like, yeah, he don't have a third, but he's freestyling, so it's all good. No, 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 no. You should write for this. This is a matchup you want to write for. You want a pretty, pretty nice big card for a top league. So it was okay. XL, I felt like this round was an in between round, meaning it wasn't as good as his first, in my opinion, but it was much better than his second. So I edged him in this round. He also had some nice flips. He wasn't flipping Quest often, but when he did, it hit to me. He also was, like I said, really good with the wordplay, and he was just there to rap, man. He wasn't as versatile as Quest as far as jokes and bars and other attributes, but he was just very consistent in having good material. So I gave him the battle 2-1. Moving on to Pass versus Ness. This really could have been a 3-0. Pass was cooking in the first and in the third. The second is where it got sloppy by him. He said the crowd threw him off, so he kind of lost where he was in his round. Even had to pull out his phone to figure it out. So basically, all Ness had to do for that round to win was get through his material, which Ness is pretty much a pro and a vet of all vets at this level. Got through the round real clean and won that round. But overall, Ness wasn't really that impressive. It's kind of what you expect from Ness now. He's going to rap at that certain pace with that certain two or three flows, and it might not be catered to that particular opponent all of the time. So nothing really too crazy from his side. Meanwhile, Pass had a lot of catered material that hit. You know how he is with the wordplay. His, that Oakland, that Bay Area accent, made shit sound a little different, made it hit a little harder. Gave him the battle, man. Gave him the battle 2-1 clear. Easy 2-1. Could have easily been a 3-0 because once he got his placing back in that second round, he took off. And that's why that's why I can see why he was frustrated that he kind of forgot where he was in that round. But good showing from Pass, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a shot next at the chain because he's been stringing together a lot of wins. So yeah, just another W for Pass. On to the next matchup. It was the Battle of the Ills. Mac versus Ill Will. I had this going in, being Battle of the Night. It lived up to my expectations. It was a fire battle. Don't know if it was Battle of the Night, though. We'll get into that. Yeah, man. Ill Will starts it off. I think him starting it off set the tone because he came right in with this angle about, A War. Each round he bring up A War talking about beating up Ill Mac, and I just thought that was a dope like introduction to his rounds each time. because it landed all 3 times in my opinion. He showed a bit of clever writing in this one too, particularly in the first 2 rounds in my opinion. Still had the comedic side to him. Still was aggressive, classic Yaktown, you know what I'm saying, rap shit. But he was had a good mix. First round, Mac returns the fire, and he was sending shots back. And I felt like this was so competitive. I feel like Mac was playing on the side of I really write. He's just a character. He even referenced that in a rebuttal of of Ill Will having a shirt that had like Nickelodeon either characters or logos on it. So that was dope. It was a dope tie-in to prove a point. He's a character. Look, he's even wearing a shirt with characters on it. I'm a real rapper. Watch me work, and he was like word playing it up and all that. So yeah, it was a close round. I think I gave that to Ill Mac. Second round, in my opinion, was Ill Will's best round. He had a dope ass haymaker where he tied it into Calico in the skinny dipping situation, and it was fire. It worked. It really worked. So I'm not mad at that. And he like even rebuttal by Ill Mac about his shirt with something simple like my daughter gave me this shirt, you bitch ass nigga, something like that, and the crowd just ate that shit up and went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real strong round from Ill Will. Ill Mac was dope in that round too. He did not have one bad round, but I thought this was a miscalculation on his part because he tried to really just joke all round the second round. So you remember when Ill Will returned against Rum Nitty on URL, and he's like, "I thought it was your gunner smack." So he just took that, "I thought it was your gunner smack," into him as like begging other leagues to accept him as their gunner now. Like I thought, like, can I be your gunner, RBE? And then he put it into his real life situation with a girl breaking up with him, saying, "I thought I was your gunner, boo or bae." It was, I get what he was trying to do, but it was a chunk of his round, and I don't know, just I don't think you can try to out joke Ill Will unless you're like maybe Pat Stay or Charlie Clips, I guess. That and it just didn't. It just fell a little flat to me, but good writing, good material still, but it just didn't hit. Third round was probably the most decisive. I mean, it was the deciding factor in who won this battle. Excuse me. And Ill Will was strong, and it was just Mac was stronger. He hit him with 3 fire rebuttals, one alluding to him having a Ghost Rider, with him coming back in the rebuttal saying, "Yeah, you would think I have a Ghost Rider because nobody alive can write like me." That was hard. That was mean. And yeah, after that, from there on out, he just took off. He took off in that round. I got it 2-1 Ilmac. I got it to. He still hasn't, in my opinion, still hasn't lost like 3 or 4 years or something like that. It's crazy. Ilmac is gifted on that King of the Dot platform. He is tough to beat. Matter of fact, he should probably get a shot at the chain. I think he's too good. It's too good over there. It's too good. I need to see him on URL, RBE, Black Eye. I gotta see him other places, man. He's getting too good for that league. I'm not even holding you up. But yeah, next matchup happened. It was Sharon versus Rum Nitty, and what was surprisingly a really good battle. I thought going into it, I thought Rum would win clearly in like a unmotivated Rum Nitty type of performance, but he's so good when he's unmotivated, it's still dope. You get what I'm saying? So I thought we was gonna have one of those, and we didn't. We had a very entertaining battle. Sharon was in a suit, but he didn't come, you know what I'm saying, which clearly meant business. I got it. He meant business, so I'm in a suit. I see what he was doing. He came out cooking. I think I like Sharon better when he has a focused angle as opposed to just trying to show that he can freestyle them sporadically with jokes. And I feel like he's funnier when he's not trying to be funny. So that side, when he's not trying to be funny, he's funny, and he's better at angles than I think he gives himself credit for because he kind of goes off subject sometimes. But he was really strong in his battle. First round was good, but I felt like Rums was a bit better. Even Rums' approach, opening up the round a little bit more, showed a little bit more versatility here. So I gave him the first. The second round was close, and I also gave Rum Nitty that round. So I already had him 2-0 in the matchup. Excuse me. The third round was a really good round from Sharon. However, I felt like he definitely got that round because, like I said, his angles were hitting, man. His angles were hitting, like especially the one about was about him crew hopping. But these are used angles that people used before. I feel like the person who used them best was Iron Solomon, and kind of Sharon basically echoed those sentiments and statements made by Iron about him being a crew hopper, about the gang banging shit, and about him being one dimensional as just a puncher. I feel like people get at Rum like about that a lot. So but he was saying dope shit with it, man, for real. He said somebody I'll talk to you while I punch like the Diaz brothers. That's that MMA shit. Shout out to my man Vlad, man, Program V. You the only one who caught that shit. I felt like that was a dope ass. That's that MMA UFC shit. They be talking trash to you while they punching you like that. Sharon was dope in this battle. I hate to say this. If somebody got him winning 2-1, I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad. I was, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? Not mad. He be good, man. He be turning up against quality opposition. I'm not mad at it. I'm sorry. But I got Rum winning. But I'm just saying, if hey, you don't look. I don't know. I haven't even seen many recaps, but I'm just saying, just he was really good again against a top tier opponent. He just does it. I don't know why. Look, that's him. But yeah, really dope battle, man. I feel like from this point is where all the battles got really, really. No, I would say starting with Ill Will and Ill Mac, that was dope. This was dope too. And then Big K versus Geechee was dope too. Three in a row, three of them things. Geechee comes out, but the thing what I say about Geechee is he tends to start slow, and that's what he did. I felt like he had a good round, but it was very, very beatable. And damn it if Big K ain't snatched that round. Like, give me this shit. You know what I'm saying? He snatched it. Like, give me this shit. This is my round. Fuck you. I like that. He was punching his head off. He did not come. I told y'all when Big K is on King of the Dot versus a quality opponent, it has to be those two. It has to be those two. It can't sacrifice. It can't just be King of the Dot versus anybody, and it can't just be a quality opponent on a non King of the Dot platform. I feel like it has to be like Geechee Gotti on King of the Dot, and when he went against Rum Nitty, King of the Dot, you see his performances, see how he rocks. Strong first round. I actually gave him that round clearly too. Second round, the sliders changed, the momentum changed a bit because Geechee went up, I would say, maybe 3 more levels. He turned it up. I feel like that first round, yeah, battlers are egotistical. They'll never say they lost a round, but for the most part, you can tell that he felt he lost the first round and how he came that second round. Much more aggressive and delivering his bars. It was much more in your face, classic standard Geechee. He was back in his bag. And Big K was good that round too, which is what's crazy. If you really listen to his material, he was really good in that round, but Geechee just went up another level that Big K couldn't match. Basically, Big K would have had to have a first. Big K would have had to have another round like his first for it to even be comparable. So it was 1-1 going to the third. Geechee poured out one of those Geechee-like third rounds and was wigging. The classic vivid street tail shit mixed in with a lot of gun bars and physical shit. And he was on his heels, man. He was on his head. So I'm like, damn, when he was done, I'm like, Big K, if you can match this, then we got, I don't use the term classic, but we got one of the better battles, in my opinion, on this card and of the year. Because I was really loving the battle going to the third. What happened was he started out strong in the third. And I'm like, oh shit, Big K trying to match the energy. And then he jams. He chokes, slips up, forgot where he was in his round. Sort of like passed, but not as, I don't think he took as much time. And then Geechee even had to help him get back to where he was, and to the fact that even Big K was like, yo, thanks, good looking out. And he got back into his material, and it just didn't feel the same. Like he wasn't, after he lost his placing, I felt like he didn't deliver his bars as hard. and also he stopped MaS short. He kind of just gave him the round. So essentially, Geechee won 2-1, in my opinion, rounds 2 and 3. In what was a good battle, but could have been a much more, could have been a great battle had Big K finished his third and added more, you know what I'm saying, material in the third. So good battle. I ain't mad at it. Liked it a lot. Which gets us to the main event, which was the best battle of the night. Chilla Jones, the champion, going against Real Deal, the challenger. And I did not. What I said in the predictions, what I had Chilla Jones winning because due to the circumstances with Real Deal's father, I don't know if he was going to be 100% focused. But I did say some people rise to the occasion when stuff like this happen. And I won't use the term fold because you're never fold like when real shit happen, but just when your mind is not on the task at hand because you're dealing with real life shit, you mentally just might not be there. So I was more along the lines of this is a serious issue with his father. Yeah, he's here, but I know his thoughts is with his pops and all that. So maybe I don't think he's going to be in it. I was wrong. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up and you got no. First you gotta say you was wrong, then you have to shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Props to Real Deal. Props. Despite what I may think, I think Chiller got the battle 2-1. The judges gave it to Real Deal, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Real Deal wins it 2-1 in most people's opinion. I had a Chiller 2-1. First round from Chiller might be top 3 best rounds he's ever spit. No gas, no breaks. Chiller's first round might be his best first round, really. It had everything: punches, schemes, aggression, just no filler at any point, and it was a pretty long round. And yet, I was waiting for the next line. I was like, give me more of this shit. So that first round, and Real Deal went first, and his round was really good too. And I thought his round was gonna be hard to beat. That's what's crazy about this. His first round was really good, and I thought it was gonna be hard to beat. I was almost on the verge of typing Chiller should just put his weakest round, because you know I'm all about round placement, about where you should put your rounds if somebody got an unbeatable round. I'm like, ooh, should Chilla just mail this one in and give him this round? And he said, fuck that. I'm about to take off on Real Deal. And he took off, man. He took off. I think that was the most clear round in the battle was the first. Chilla clearly got that. The second is where I think it can be debated because now Real Deal had a dope angle about him not really being the kingpin when you break down his material, and he did it in a serious manner, but also tied it in a joking manner, which really hit in that building and really hit with fans who watching. But Chilla was saying shit that I felt like it was not. Well, I don't want to say they was sleep. They was sleep. You know how battle rappers are when people don't react, they sleep. But no. I think he really did have some hidden gems in there, and he still was getting love from the crowd. I know he's from Boston, so maybe people were being a little bit biased, but no, it was warranted. I feel like Chilla really was in his bag again in that round. It just wasn't his first, so people kind of downplay it. I thought it was dope. And I gave him that round, and so thus I had him winning 2-1. We just get into the third. Once Real Deal start talking about his pops, tying it into what it means for him to be here in this. Emotional heartstrings were pulled at that point. You had people feeling like, damn, emotional, but he was still It wasn't like all sappy, because it wasn't like he forgot he was at a battle rap, in a battle rap match. Because he, like I said, he made sure, even though talking about his pops, he tied it into the matchup and getting back to Chilla. It was just one of those hard to beat thirds. Chilla tried, but it just didn't hit. Just nothing really hit. No, I'm tripping. Not it didn't hit. It did hit, but just nothing hit as hard as that section, that chunk of Real Deal's round where he's talking about his pops and him being here and why he didn't give up on the battle and shit like that. Like, it just, so when I say it didn't hit, I'm comparing it to in comparison to Real Deal's material. Yeah, Real Deal clearly got the third, but I thought Chilla had the more clear win in the first round. To me, it's a toss up in the second. I edged it to Chilla. Like I said, I'm not mad. It is whatever. A lot of people got Chilla winning, so they calling it a robbery. I feel like a robbery is where you can't where somebody clearly won a round that they didn't get credited for. I don't think he clearly won the second round for us to say it's a robbery, in my personal opinion. But hey, um, I wasn't a fan of the judges as far as I've never been a fan of it as far as like active battle rappers who are also battling for the chain or just on the card or things like that being the judges. I feel like there's so many other people to go to, so many other non-battle rap people with intelligent minds on the game of battle rap that you can grab or be like, yo, for this event we need you here. That you can find other people. Like having Ilmac as one of the judges, not saying that he did do anything, but like we can't say it. We can't say if he did or didn't. We don't know. But I'm pretty sure he was on the up and up, right? But there's some people who ain't gonna just trust Ilmac. Not saying it's me, but like I don't know. What is his motive? What if he thinks this is an easier matchup? To eliminate even people thinking like that. I'm not saying it's right to think like that, but to eliminate people even thinking like that, you might want to just have a panel of 5 people that have nothing to do with actual battle rapping or battle rappers who don't have any involvement with actually competing for the chain. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I guess we'll see the improvements down the line at some point. Like I said, solid card again from King of the Dot. They're having a pretty good year when you just rate their events as far as the amount of quality battles within that event. So I see 3 to 4 really good battles on here. So I'll probably give about a 7.5 or an 8. I was digging the card, so it was good. Appreciate you guys tuning into my recap. This man, it's been a long weekend, man. Long weekend. So look, just check me out, man, on YouTube. As always, like and subscribe. Please support the podcast. Top tier podcast on all your streaming services. I do this. I really do this. Also support and follow your boy on Twitter at top tier, at pod tier, excuse me, PODTIER. I'm sleepy and I still got to go to work. So I'm going to catch y'all guys later. And as always, keep it battle rap. Love.